Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Omsirity. Today I am starting a new session on Python for beginners. This session is only for the beginners and also who are preparing for the Python, and they can refer by seeing this section. And this is basically a whole course of Python section. I have creating a playlist about it. Please have a look on it and make sure you want to watch the videos, all the playlist at the time only you can clearly understand about the Python basics, and you can write the simple logics also on Python. Okay, this is all about the Python, and today I will explain about what is the uses of Python and the introduction of Python, some of the variables, keywords, and data types in the Python, arithmetic operations. Like these are the things I will explain today. And this is a series of playlist. This is a series of videos in a playlist. Please, this is the first video on Python for beginners. I'm starting. Let's move into that. Yeah, at first, we want to know what is Python. Means Python is a computer programming language often used to build up websites and software, automatic tasks, and conduct the data analysis. So Python, simply we can say it is one of the programming language which used to build websites and softwares, and now AI and data science also using the Python very much to develop the programs and so many things. And it is a general purpose language, which means create a different programming specifies and any specific problems. And this is a program, this Python language we can write clearly understand the logics and small scale projects, and it basically it has contained the object oriented approaches. Everything Python can written in the English format, English language format. And next, why Python? We have seen about what is Python, then why Python, after why we want to use the Python things. So using of Python we have a lot of things like Python is generally and easy to learn. It is very easy to learn and freely available, and we can use the different platforms like Mac, Windows, Linux. In the overall the OSs we can use the Python platforms and accessing advanced Max technologies, and this the basic syntaxes very useful for the people who are beginners, and the syntaxes are very helpful. Even a unprogrammed person also can easily read the Python programming because it is only written in the form of whole English and some of the things of logics. So by seeing the program he can understand this is a what the statements are written, what are the things are going on. These are the things can easily understand. So that's why we prefer the Python for learning. Okay. And history, who was invented the Python invented in Netherlands early of by John Van Ransom. He was a creator of the Python. It was introduced in and implemented in 1989 December. It starts in 1980s, and he was inspired from one of the TV channel show famous Moto Python's Flying Circus show. That by based on that he has named as a Python for this open source softwares. It is for beginners and advanced thing also. There is a lot of uses of Python. We have already understand about that. It is mainly developed for enhancing of code readability, and it is syntax allows to program to express the concept of few lines of codes. So it is simply when we compare the other languages like C, Java, we want to write for a lot of codes of line to write the program. Like for example, hello world program in C there is nearly 5 to 6 lines, and Java there is nearly 10 to 12 lines. But Python just a single statement we can write the hello world program. Okay, and next I will explain in practical way also. You can make sure watch that also. And versions, at starting of version in the first releasing at 1991 it is version as 0.09. So this is the 0.092 till 2022 we are using the 22 we are using 3.10.5 above 3.10.4, and June last updating version of the 2021 June 3.10 version. It is the latest version, and this is advanced version you can use in your PCs and Windows anything. So after installations of a Python, there is a one of the shell format is occurred, like that is a Python shell we can. So whereas there is a lot of differences between shell and IDs. Okay, whereas shell is one of the open source platform which was developed by the software, but IDs is a one of the softwares which are used different languages like Python, Java, C. Any language can be used in their IDs. So I prefer Java, Jupyter Notebook is the best for the data science people who are preparing for the data science. So this is the ideal of Windows. When this is a Windows of shell, Python shell when we open in when we install in the Windows type, and this is a Windows shell of the Mac. When we using the Python in Mac, this is a shell of the Mac. Okay, and let's start from the basics. You can clearly understand. Okay, Python basics. Basics means there is some of the basic commands you want to know about: input, output, command, interpreter, text editor with syntax, highlights, menu command. These are the things of things you want to understand like a basic. To run the Python interactive, we will use the IDs like Python UGI. In this IDs contain commands, interpreters, equivalent, where the type in text editor with the syntax highlighting, and menu commands for the changing. Previously, I have shown like this file, edit, shell, debug option, and Windows help. These are the menu commands, and there is some of the text editors also present. This three prompts shows that the command line is starting from here, or we can write the program here. These are the things shows here. And this basics of consonants. A consonant is a type of variable whose value can't be changed. Constants is a type of variable who can't be changed, and once we have there is a universal variables. These are like pi 3.14, gravity is equals to 9.8. These are the universal constant values, so we can't change the universal constant values. So Python interpreter also can take these constant values. Just you have input like pi, it means the automatic interpreter understand that 3.14, the number is 3.14, like they inbuilt can understand the Python interpreter. Okay, it helps to think the constants are containers that can hold the information which can't be changed later. That means the information can't change later things. And in Python, constants are usually declared and assigned in the model. Python constants are usually declared in assigns of model. Like here the example you have seen, declaring the assigning value of constants like pi is equals to 3.14 and gravity equals to 9.8. These are the things of constant values, and where can import constants, print constant at pi, where constant is one of the model you can import. And in upcoming videos I will explain about the models also. You can make walk there. And here the print constant dot pi, where we have given the initialize the pi is 1.3. The outputs of this 3.14 for pi and gravity for 9.8. Okay, these are the constants. You can, it is a universe, we can't change this constant. And the next one is keywords, and next topic is keywords. Why the keywords are specially used in Python? Because Python keywords are very specific purpose. There are uses of specific purpose, so it can be one variety special reserved words. These are the variety special words for them. So these are the keywords which is present in the Python, like value words like true, false, none, operating keywords like and, are, not, in, is, flow, control flow keywords like if else, irritated keywords are for, while, break, continuous, else, structure keywords, def, class, with, as, pause, lambda, returning keywords, return, at, importing keywords, import from hash. These are the types of keywords. You can up to now updated version of there is a 35 keywords are we are using in 3.10 version. So please update yourself about that. And these are the things basically 10.8 3.8 version up to Python 3.8 version. These are the basic keywords of 33 keywords. Okay, and the next topic is variables. Variables are very important. So what is mean by the variable? A variable which is used to store a value by using the sign operator. So this is a storing value like initializing, like we can say that initializing. So there is a sum of the rules to create the Python variables, like a variable name must be start with a letter or an underscore. So it means a variable must be start with a letter like alphabets A, B, C, or small alphabets or capital alphabets. They even are underscore, starting with underscore, and variable can't start with numbers. So variable cannot start with numbers. It means the variable cannot start with numbers like 1 A B C. It's an error thing. So variables only start with letters or underscores. Where variables names can only contain alphabet numerical characteristics. In middle of these numbers we can use alphabets numerics, but in starting of this creating variable name we can't use the numbers. And variables names are case sensitive. It is a very case sensitive, like name. See here the example we have, see here name, small name, and capital here capital name, and in capital name there is a three different types of names. There is a case sensitive. Please make sure you want to keep an idea how which we are creating the variable and where we print the variables. Please cross check yourself what are the variables I am giving and where the initializing things. And we don't want to use the keywords as a variables. Keywords are not used for the variables things. Okay, and these are some examples you can clearly understand about the variables. Like here the creating variables are an integer assignment. Okay, here age is a variable where it is storing the 22, where age is a variable. So here the age, it is a we have rules to create a variable, like a variable's name starts with letter. So here the letter is starting A is a letter. So it is perfectly we can create the variable. And then here see the second example, we have get error because as is a keyword. So the reserved words means keywords can't be used as a variable. So we have used as is equals to Python. So as is a keyword. So we get a error in variables creating. And the third example is 7 underscore code equals to Python. So here also we get error because at starting of the variable there is a 7 numeric digit contained. So it means the 7 variables can't start with digit. So that's why it shows the error start with number. That's why. And the next most important topic is data types. Why the data types are used in Python? So data types, first we want to know what are the data types in Python. There is nearly 5 to 6 data types in Python, like we can like tuple, dictionary, boolean, and so many complex integer, float, list, range, dictionary, set, list, and string. These are the things are present in the data types. Like in programming, data types is a most important topic. And variables can store the data of different types, and different types can be different things. So it means each and every variable can store the different types of data type. Let's see, has here there is a string. It's a Python 7 dot code is equals to Python. It is located in single quotation. It's a string, and where a is equals to 22. It's a numeric. So variable can store in different type of data types and different formats and different things. Okay, Python has a following data type built in by the default. These are the things by default, things like text type, string, numeric type, int, float, complex, and the sequence type, list, tuple, range, and mapping type, dictionary, set type, set, and fusion set, and boolean type, boolean, and binary types, bits array, memory view. These are the data types we are using in Python. These are used to store the values or store the information in the variables. And getting into the data, just we use the one type of thing, one initializing into the variable, but we want to know which type of that thing. So for that case we have a one function that is a type function. It is used to get a data type of any object which we have initialized. Like here x is equals to 10, print type x, where the x is a int. It means integer. It's a numerical type. Okay, and Python numbers. First one, Python numbers, complex numbers, floating numbers, and integers in the category of Python numbers. What are the Python numbers? Means complex numbers and floating numbers and integers are the Python numbers. And type function we use the case of variables or values. This is used for the using of which type of the variables can we are using. And Boolean next data type is Boolean type. There can be only two types of values in the Boolean data type in Python, that are true or false. Boolean is a mean true or false. Only two data types it contain true or false. Type true means Boolean, type false. Here the example type true. Class of is a type of Boolean. It's a type of false is a Boolean. The true value of Boolean contains the truth, and the false value of content of Boolean contain false. It means if the executed is true Boolean, it means the statement is perfectly right. If it executes the false value, then the statement is absolutely false. And the next is strings. Strings are the most important data type in Python. Strings are always a bit representation encoding characters. A string is a collection one or more characters put in a single quotation or double quotation or triple quotation. So a group of words which are placed between the single, double or triple quotation is known as the strings. Like a statements, we can see that a statement can be seen in a some of the fixed quotations. Fixed characters are placed in between the single and double and triple quotations. That is all known as about the strings. Okay, it is represented by the string class. It is a small thing we can how we can represent by the string. The length of this character of the string we can't define that a character of string are a length of 1. It's for example here the creating a string a is equals to hello world. Output we have get hello. A group of words are the strings placed between the single quotation. Here the example a is equals to some of the things are placed between the in a string with a single quotation. So that's why we can say that it is a string quotation. And there are the two operations based on the strings. Representative operation and concatenation, and where this operations used in widely, and we can in upcoming videos we can discuss more depth about that. Okay, and Python have some set of built-in functions that can be used as strings. Like some of the methods are capitalized. Capitalized means we want given an input number that we first letter will be capital to the uppercase, and count, find, index, join, lower. These are the some of the methods on the strings, and this is basic methods on the strings we can use it to perform the operations of different types of string methods. And now we want to see what is repetition. So repetition simply we can say multiplication. Multiplication is multiple of things. When a string is multiplied with an integer n, the string is repeated n times. That operation is star operation. It means asterisk. Asterisk means multiplication. We can say that in programming languages. So here the example is b is equals to hello world. C is equals to b asterisk 3 means b is multiplied by 3 times. So we get an output as hello world, hello world, hello world. So we are multiplying with the numeric number of a string. It is known as repetition. So this thing. And the next one is concatenation. Simply we can say that concatenation is the combine or adding of two things that is used in the plus operation. So this is a plus operation, and here the example is a is equals to hello, b is equals to world, c is equals to a plus b, print c. So we want to print a plus b, hello plus world, hello world. You can I hope you are understand about this concatenation and the repetition. And the next data type is list. List is one of the most important thing. This also there is nearly 4 to 5 important data types in Python that we are using very efficiently in Python programming language. Okay, and whereas list is just like a arrays declaring in other languages, which is order collecting of data. It is just like array which declare in the other languages, like ordered collection of ordered data. It is very flexible, and as the items of the list not need to the same type. So it can be flexible, like the numbers, the items which are storing is not only the same type, and here we can store the integers or float values, can be string values into that. But we can create the list by using the square brackets. Lists are created between the square brackets. Here the example you can clearly understand. Creating a list 1 is equals to Python data science 1997 2000, and print list Python data science list. These are the output. Square list 1, we store the list in the square brackets. Python is a, when we store it in the inverted commas, that is a string, and data science store lies between the inverted commas, that is a string, and 1997 is a int, and 2000 is a integer. So these are about the list. And the next data type is tuple is an unordered collection of a physical object. There is one of the only the differences between a tuple and list is that tuple is immutable, and tuple can't be modified after created. It means basically there is a two type of data types, like immutable and mutable. Mutable means we can change, and again, like a string, a list, we can change, but a tuple we can't change. It is as a immutable. Once we have created the tuple, we can't change that tuple again. It is represented by the tuple class. Tuples are written in the form which is the square brackets. By using the square brackets we can create a tuple. Like given example is tip is equals to, sorry, it's written in a round brackets. Tup is equals to round brackets of double. We can pass the values like integer or float values or integer values in the round brackets. It's blindly we can say that tuples are stored in the round brackets. By using the round brackets we can use the tuples. Here the example you can have a look on that. Tup is equals to round bracket. In between the round brackets we have passes the apple, banana, mango, and print the tuple. We have get output as apple, banana, mango. This is about the tuple. And the next data type is a dictionary. Dictionary is a Python is unordered collection of data values used to store the values like maps, like mapping type, which is unlike the data types that hold only single variable as an element. Dictionary holds key value pair. So it is only stored the single value element and in the form of key value pair, where the key is we can say key value is providing the dictionary to make it more optimized, and where the key value is in the dictionary of separating the in the key value is separated by the colon, and where each key is separated by the commas. You can clearly understand about that key value format in the example. Here the creating the dictionary dict1 equals to brand. We have stored the string values in the double quotation, and we have again we are passing whereas a brand is a key and Honda is a value. So key is depend upon the value. It's a simple thing. And format of model depend upon the city, and wheels depend upon the four. So where we have see here for the integer type we did not pass any quotation marks, because integers are not stored in the quotations. Only the strings are stored in the quotation. By the two strings and integers are key and value pairs are present in the dictionaries. So let's execute the output of print it equals to brand is equals to Honda, model is equals to city, and wheels is equals to 4. These are things about the dictionary. And next item is data type is a set. Set is an unordered collection of data types that is iterable, mutable, and has no duplicate elements. Once we have created the sets, we can change the set data type, but we can't pass the duplicate elements in this set. The order of the elements in this set is undefined through in many. It may consist of various elements, so we can't define the sets order in the set. It is unordered, undefined things which are sets are used in the using the function of set function, and it's are written in between the curly brackets. We can write the sets in the curly bracket, whereas the dictionary also write in the curly brackets only. Here the example you can clearly understand about the sets. Where creating a set 1 is equals to in between the curly brackets I am passing apple, banana, mango. Print the set 1, we can get output as mango, banana, apple. So this is ordered and undefined sentence. So what we get in input once in one order, we have get an output as another order. So there is no defined things about these sets. We can get different type. It is an unorder. What we have given the input, we can't get same as the output things. Okay, these are all about up to now. These are all about the brief introduction about this data types of a Python, and upcoming videos I will explain about the in-depth through the data types. You can clearly understand using the conditional statements also you can understand. And this is another topic of expressions. An expression is a combination of operators and operands that has interpreted to produce some other values. So it is expressions basically consist of operands and operands, operators and operands, where operators is plus or minus arithmetic operations. These are the operations, and operands are a, b, some of the values. In any programming language, an expression is evaluated as per the precedency of its product. So this is depend in any language that which is depend upon the precedency method. There is one of the precedency method for programming language, and that method will help to overcome this expansion formats, so that if there is more than one operation in an expression, the precedency decide which operation will perform first. If any statement contains a number of expressions, then by using the precedency we can clear that, we can find the solution for that things. And expressions are representations of values. These are the representations of values. We have different types of expressions in Python, like constant expressions. These are the expressions that have constant values only. That means 10, some constants like 10, 11.5, 10.5 or 35 points. These are the constant value expressions where x is equals to constant, print x. And precedency is one of the best topic, and for all the programming languages we can solve the problems by using this precedency format. Like it is similarly is a rule of Padma's precedency is a high to low, where parenthesis p denoted as parenthesis is the first priority thing in the programming languages, and expression is the second, and third multiplication, fourth division, fifth addition, sixth subtraction. This is the order. You want to remember this order to solve the problems in mathematical problems, like parenthesis, exponential, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. These are the format you want to keep in your mind to solve the mathematical problems when you are writing a code. For example, you can see here the example 10 plus 5 I am placed over the parenthesis into 2 plus 3. So here the first preference goes for the parenthesis. So between the parentheses there is a 10 plus 5. First we want to give the first priority for the 10 plus 5. So 10 plus 5 15, and the next step 15 into 2 plus 3, whereas our order is after parenthesis exponential, so we don't have any exponential, and next is multiplication. So we want to multiply 15 into 2, it means 30 plus 3. After that we want to division, we did not contain any division, and finally plus. So 30 plus 3 33. This is order. We want to calculate like this formats of any another mathematical expressions. You can get any type of numbers by using the mathematical expression. This is a parenthesis this is a precedency of methods. Use this precedency, keep it in your mind, like parenthesis, exponential, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. These are the things used. By using these things we can easily calculate the mathematical expressions when we are writing a programming. Okay, I hope you are all understand about these videos of basic things of brief introductions of each and everything, and upcoming videos we can discuss about more about the Python in depth, like arithmetic operations, all operations, and conditional statements. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates about data science and AI. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.